Welcome to Stellar 7. Picture plates piled high with colorful veggies, bowls brimming with fresh fruits, vibrant bean salads topped with nuts, deep red wines, fragrant herbs, and tart lemons. This is the quintessential Mediterranean diet, is a far cry from our modern meals laden with processed ingredients. But the Mediterranean diet goes beyond tantalizing food. Unraveling decades of research reveals adopting this traditional lifestyle offers measurable anti-aging effects, disease-reversing properties, and brain-boosting benefits for those willing to take a culinary journey to the shores of Southern Europe. The Mediterranean diet is based on the traditional foods of countries bordering the Mediterranean Sea, including France, Spain, Greece, and Italy. However, you don't only have to eat foods from the Mediterranean region to acquire these benefits. The diet principles can be applied to any cuisine. While specifics vary between Mediterranean regions, core tenets emphasize mainly plant-based fare, healthy fats like olive oil and nuts, moderate seafood intake, whole grains, the occasional glass of red wine, and limiting red meat and sweets. What I love about this eating style is you can go to your local fruit stand, farmer's market, or grocery store and prepare meals in a breeze, with wholesome ingredients not far from your fingertips. Some of these foods you already consume, but this pattern encourages more than a rigid menu. It centers lifestyle factors like physical activity, community, and savoring meals slowly. I find in America we are always on the go. We grab food and consume it on the run. In other countries, they take their time to sit down and take a moment to enjoy eating. Pro tip: the slower you eat and chew your food, you will feel full faster. For another pro tip on how to incorporate the Mediterranean diet, keep watching. The benefits to this eating style are great in many aspects. According to the American Heart Association, this style of eating may play a role in preventing heart disease and stroke, which in turn reduces your risk for obesity, diabetes, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. The four main issues that plague most people. This diet is loaded with anti-inflammatory foods and monounsaturated fats like olive oil, which does not raise cholesterol levels the way saturated and trans fats do. There is even some evidence that the use of virgin olive oil may help your body remove excess cholesterol from arteries and keep blood vessels open. The PREDIME study, a primary prevention trial including thousands of people with diabetes or other risk factors for cardiovascular disease, found that a Mediterranean diet supplemented with extra virgin olive oil or nuts and without any fat and calorie restrictions reduced the rates of death from stroke by roughly 30%, Oikarinen said, a registered dietitian with Banner Estrella Medical Center in Phoenix. As well, the risk of type 2 diabetes was also reduced. The Mediterranean diet may also help with brain health. A systematic review of studies found that this style of diet may curb the advancement of cognitive decline and memory issues, and reduce the risk of progressing from mild cognitive impairment to memory issues. Let's take a look week by week with pros and cons to the Mediterranean diet. Stage 1, Week 1. In just the first 7 days of flooding your system with fiber-rich fruits, veggies, beans, and unrefined grains, you'll likely notice enhanced energy, reduced hunger between meals, and improved digestion as bowel movements normalize. This initial detoxifying effect comes from the prebiotics in Mediterranean foods that selectively feed healthy gut flora linked with decreasing systemic inflammation underlying most chronic diseases. As microbes pump out protective compounds, early markers like cholesterol can start trending down. Stage 1 pros. The dietary diversity supports a thriving microbiome and digestive equilibrium. Anti-inflammatory compounds also quickly begin circulating. Stage 1 cons. Potential issues include adjusted stamina with lower carbs, hunger pains, and rare digestive discomfort as gut flora rebalance. In Stage 2, Week 2, within 2 weeks, insulin resistance drops, liver function improves, and LDL cholesterol lowers on average. This metabolic shift is driven by increased micronutrient density, especially plant compounds with antioxidant effects that quench damaging oxidative stress. Quality sleep may also noticeably improve. Stage 2. Pros: blood lipids normalize alongside better blood sugar regulation and liver health due to a surge of antioxidants from a nutrient-dense diet. Stage 2 cons: rare. Lingering digestive troubles or food sensitivities can persist if the microbiome needs more time to adapt to the marked uptick in fiber. Microbiome is the community of microorganisms that can usually be found living together in any given habitat. Stage 3, week 3 plus. After 3 weeks, adherents consistently demonstrate improvements in cardiovascular risk markers like lower blood pressure, resting heart rate, fasting glucose, and inflammatory cytokines. Lean muscle composition also increases. Long-term adherence shows brain volume expands, eye diseases like macular degeneration, slow and microbiome diversity associates with longevity. Stage 3 presents sustained improvements in metabolism, body composition, and measurable anti-aging biomarkers at the cellular level translate to clinically significant risk reduction for obesity, diabetes, cognitive decline, and even some cancers. Stage 3 cons. The most frequently cited negatives involve lifestyle constraints, mainly difficulty adhering to the rigid nutrition habits long term, reduced convenience, and giving up emotionally comforting processed pleasures. Therefore, running out to the typical fast food restaurant will not work with this diet. Let me quickly go over the best method to incorporate the diet. How to ease into the Mediterranean lifestyle. Transitioning away from the standard American diet high in saturated fats and refined carbs requires patience. Begin removing overly processed options such as chips, chocolate, candy, ice cream, sweetened breakfast cereals, packaged soups, chicken nuggets, hot dogs, fries over 2 weeks while actively adding in more veggies, fruits, whole grains, and legumes. So for example, instead of going to fast food joints for lunch, try heading to whole food buffets where you can select large portions of veggies and whole grains. I love when a diet allows you to have bread. Having bread is a staple for me. Be patient and start with 3 days a week, then gradually add more days to this eating style. Remember, it takes about 2 weeks to retrain taste buds to a new palate. As your palate changes, you will become more inquisitive and receptive of new veggie choices. Portion seafood into 2 weekly meals while limiting red meat. Swap butter for olive oil and nuts for snacks. Grab nuts in bulk from Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, or Food Co-op, then put them in small Ziploc bags or containers so you can always have them handy. Start incorporating regular physical activity and mindfulness practices for sustained results. Physical activity can be as simple as walking around the park or performing cardio exercises 3 times a week. An aspect of the Mediterranean lifestyle I really enjoy are sharing meals, as well as eating without distraction from screens and other devices. When we are distracted, we tend to eat more and mindlessly. You can consume red wine in small servings with a meal, but not every day. Spend time exploring herbs and spices and flavoring foods rather than using salt. You must avoid foods such as red meat, sugar-sweetened beverages, added sugars, processed meat, refined grains, other highly processed foods, beers, and liquors. In a nutshell, eat. Number 1, eat more fish such as salmon, perch, snapper, bronzino, butterfish, flounder. Number 2, cook with olive oil. Number 3, dive into whole grains such as oatmeal, brown rice, barley, multigrain bread, and quinoa. Number 4, use fruits for breakfast and snacks. Number 5, snack on nuts, add them to your dishes. Number 6, savor every bite of food. In small amounts, you can have red meats such as lamb, veal, beef, and goat. Some sweets like candy and cake. And rare occasions, you can have salami, sausages, and deli meats. Give the Mediterranean diet 90 days, and science irrefutably demonstrates an admirable repertoire of benefits. From possible reversal of health issues like metabolic syndrome and diabetes to consistent improvement in weight, heart health, microbiome diversity, better mood, cognitive function, and longevity. This time-tested lifestyle provides a proven template to thrive. Like and subscribe for more health tips. Thanks for watching.